not only did you lose the money and get beat up, you dragged Kelly into it, too.
Look, I didn't expect her to get involved.
But she was there, and she could have been hurt or killed.
I didn't even know that she was going to show up.
What I don't understand is how you could play high-stakes craps with a bunch of guys you don't even know.
Well, look, if you knew anything about craps, you wouldn't ask. You don't exactly have to be best pals.
How much did you lose?
I didn't lose, I won. But then they busted me in the face and took it.
However you lost it, how much did you lose?
You don't want to know? I don't want to remember.
That much, huh?
Close to it.
We're not through on this subject yet.
Morning.
Hi, darling.
Hi. Dylan tell you what a big success he had with Eden on the oil rig?
Oh, he had a success, did he? He forgot to mention.
Well, I haven't had the chance.
He really did well. She was impressed. In fact, she told me later she was going to try everything she could do to push it through. Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah. I think that you're the only thing that's wonderful around here. And if anything happened, I'm sure he owes it all to you.
Well, what's all this? Come to steal the family silver, Kirk?
Kirk and I have decided to live at home. We're moving in.
The hell you are.
You didn't tell me you were selling the house.
Well, I am.
But why?
So I can get on with the rest of my life.
Today, due to the illness of Nicholas Coster, the role of Lionel Lockridge will be played by Don Stewart.
Okay, honey, so have a good day, huh?
Yeah, you too.
Good, all right.
And, okay, here. Goodbye, little man.
Say goodbye, Mama.
Goodbye, big man.
Good boy.
I love you. What are you doing today?
Well, I think I'll put Johnny to bed, then start in with the chores, and then start making interview calls, I guess.
Good luck.
Yeah, okay.
See you later.
Mwah.
Bye, you two.
Bye-bye. All right. I'll have dinner ready for you, okay?
Okay. You know where I'll be.
All right.
Okay.
Good morning.
What do you want?
I want to come in and talk to you and Brick.
I have nothing to say to you, and I'm very sure that Brick doesn't either.
Look, Amy, I understand how you feel, but if you just let me explain. for a
No,
moment.
I'm not interested. I don't care. Please just leave us alone.
Amy? Amy, I'm not going to leave until I've talked to you. Amy, open this door.
Amy, what's going on,
It's Lionel. I didn't know what to do. I told him we didn't want to talk to him, but he says he won't go home.
Amy!
All right, you better let him in before he wakes up Johnny. I'll handle it.
I hope this isn't a mistake. I'm only letting you in so you don't wake up the baby, but I have to get to work.
I won't be long.
What are you here for, Lionel?
Look, I don't mean to be aggressive about this, but it's important.
You Lockridge think whatever you want is important. Fact is, I was used by your family, Lionel, and I thought I made it real clear to Augusta that I wanted you all out of my life. Didn't you get the message?
Believe me, Brick, I understand how you
Look, will you
feel.
just get to the point? What do you want?
I came to apologize. Not just for what Augusta's done, but what I've done. I know I did certain things to make Augusta feel that you were her enemy. And I have to bear full responsibility for that.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, you have to understand that Augusta is a very insecure woman, and she feels very threatened very easily. And I'm sure she felt that you were going to usurp Warren and Lakin and myself and my mother's affections. And she was trying to defend us.
Oh, Lionel, please.
No, you don't have to say anything. I know it's irrational. But that's the way it was. And I'm just trying to tell you how she felt.
Your mother sure didn't try to soothe things by taking the family's financial responsibilities away from you and giving it to me. You know, I still don't know why she chose me, but I sure am paying for it now, aren't I, Lionel?
Lionel, just dropping the charges hasn't solved everything. Brick is still having a terrible time getting work.
Yes, I know that, and I apologize for that, too.
Look, Lionel, why don't you just leave, all right? I have to take care of my son.
You mind if I have a look at him?
Why?
You mind?
I'll bring him out.
Despite everything, you and Rick are very happy, aren't you?
Yes, we're happy. You haven't made that easy for us. Don't think for a minute that it wasn't very difficult for us to get where we are now, from where you and your wife left us.
Yeah, I think he's got a little diaper rash.
I'll get a powder. Hmm?
No, he's cornstarch. It's cheaper and it does the job just as well.
Cornstarch, I don't even know about things like that.
Well, I read about it in a magazine while I was in a checkout line at the supermarket. Oh, yeah.
Incredible.
Yeah.
You are pretty incredible. I'm very proud of you.
Why? Because I read up in magazines?
No, just for being you.
And I'm telling you that Kirk is a part of this family now. And if you don't like it, you can move out yourself.
Well, I wish it were that simple, Eden. Unfortunately, somebody's got to look out for the family's interests, both business and personal.
I'm doing that.
Yes, you're doing that. Abysmally.
Well, it would be a lot better if you weren't breathing down my neck every few minutes. If you want results, stay away from me.
Now, look, let's all try and act like reasonable people right now, okay? Mason, Eden has done nothing but worry about Cece ever since somebody tried to kill him. And she needs to be with him.
Why, so she can try it again?
What the hell is that supposed to mean?
Am I being too subtle for you, Kirk?
Stop it, Mason.
I mean, it's no secret that Eden talked about putting Dad out of his misery. There is one school of thought that believes she actually tried.
No, don't do that. Don't give him the satisfaction. You know, I don't believe you. But you don't really care anything about her, do you? I mean, right now, Eden needs peace and quiet in her life, not somebody hammering away at her all the time, Mason. So why don't you just stay away from her for a while? And I mean, everybody knows that she wasn't here when the attempt was made. Everybody.
Kirk, just ignore him, okay?
She's right. You are hopeless.
I'd be careful if I were you, Eden. I think he wants to keep you in a pumpkin shell, subject to no influence but his own.
I want to protect her from you.
Oh, really? Is that all you want to do, Kirk? Well, congratulations. You win the Good Misconduct Medal. We'll make the formal presentation at dinner.
Yeah, I know. I look like the creature from the Black Lagoon.
Bad, but not that bad.
So what's up, anyway?
Don't tell me you've forgotten.
Well, what are we talking about?
Cruz, you asked me to come and help Eden decorate the place.
Oh, yeah, so I did, didn't I? Well, you know, to tell you the truth, I completely forgot about it.
Well, we made the appointment about 3 weeks ago, and this is it. I called twice yesterday and once again this morning.
Well, if I'd have known that was you on the phone, I would have answered it.
Well, you could have at least turned the answering machine on.
Yeah, no kidding. I apologize, Santana. I haven't been myself, you know. I haven't been going into work, so I figured I didn't see what I just wasn't in the mood to answer the phone.
Are you sure you're not going to get into trouble for not going to work?
Oh, no, it was the captain's idea. He caught me staring off into space a couple of times and strongly suggested I take a few days off.
I'll never understand what happened. A lot of people are asking what made Eden marry Kirk so quickly.
That's a good question, and I don't know the answer. But as I'm sure you've noticed, I am going to unload this place, so I'm not really going to need a decorator.
Are you sure you want to do that,
Now,
Chris?
listen, Santana, do me a favor. Don't come in here and start trying to take charge of the situation.
All right. I'm sorry. But I did come here to work, so at least let me make you some lunch. Making lunch isn't taking charge now, is it?
Not if it's a really good lunch.
What else? And you don't have to do a thing, except watch.
Thank you.
I don't know if any of these guys are sincere or not, but I'm going to see a couple of them today.
Real investors?
Potential investors, anyway.
I don't know about guys who answer classified ads for business deals.
Well, look, I just talked to this guy, and he says he had some sizable bucks to invest if it was the right deal.
Now that you've crapped out, you expect to finance this whole deal with a classified ad, huh?
That or the lottery. Come on, take a chance.
The lottery. I don't believe this.
Oh, come on, Nick. Have a little fun. Pretend it's a magic lamp and scratch.
Yeah, you're going to need one for this deal.
Dylan, how's your lip? You okay?
It's okay.
I'm sorry about it.
Oh, don't sympathize with him. He got himself in that fix. He got what he deserved.
Yeah, Nick is not the one to talk to about sympathy today.
Not where you're concerned. And you're not one to talk to about luck either. This thing is totally worthless. How about yours, Kelly? Did you hit the jackpot?
No, sorry, nothing matches.
Don't lose heart, comrades. We can buy more. This is the land of opportunity.
The opportunity to make a fool out of yourself. An opportunity you never pass up.
I like long shots. So, do I look okay to go and see Eden?
Yeah, you look fine.
So, let's go.
Dylan, why don't you do me a favor and head out ahead of us. We'll meet you at Buzz's place in about a half an hour, then we'll all go over there from Buzz's.
Yeah. Sure, I can take a hint.
Yeah, could have fooled me.
You know what, Nick? You are a very sarcastic person, and I feel sorry for you. Because you're never going to know true happiness. Bye.
Mickey, why do you stay behind? Something wrong?
The only thing that's wrong is that we don't stay behind enough. I don't get enough time with you alone these days.
Yeah, I know. It's just been hectic, you know?
No, well, let's not waste the time that we have.
So what do you think?
Well, it's a beautiful room, of course. But,
But what?
twin beds?
Well, I thought it would be much more comfortable that way. I've been sleeping sort of restless lately. You said so yourself.
Yes, but Eden, not so much that it bothers me. Besides, people talk.
People? I mean, this is my house, not a hotel.
Yes, but a house with servants and with Mason. He's bound to notice. It's just embarrassing, Eden. What do people think? They just won't understand.
All right. We can push the beds together.
Wait a minute. What's wrong?
Maybe we shouldn't come home at all.
Why?
A lot of reasons, including Mason. He's going to give you as much trouble as he can give you.
I wonder if we can get him out of here.
What do you mean, out of the house?
Well, your father wanted him out, didn't he?
My father wanted a good many things.
Sweetheart, I wish you'd stop thinking about that.
Kirk, I'm doing my best.
I know you are. Anyway, I think that's one wish your father had that we should try and carry out. Yeah, Mason definitely has to go. As a matter of fact, consider him gone.
How is he? Is there any change?
None at all, Mr. Capwell.
I'd like to be alone with him for a few minutes, if I could.
Of course. I'll wait for you here in the hallway.
Thank you. For God's sakes, let us sit upon the ground and tell sad stories of the death of kings. I hate to be the one to tell you this, Dad, but I think Eden's gotten herself in deep trouble. I think she's married a man who doesn't love her. I think he's got some kind of hold on her and plans to use her every way he can. I know you'd want me... Well, Eden, we were just talking about you.
I can come back later.
Oh, no. Come on in. You've had so little time alone lately. You're buzzing around so many circles, nobody knows what you're up to.
Well, I really don't think that's anybody's business, especially not yours.
Well, I think it's my business, and I have some business I want to try out on you.
I'm not interested.
No, I didn't think you would be. But are you game to answer a few questions? I certainly have lots of them.
He's a beautiful baby. You're both very fortunate.
Thank you.
You know, there's no greater joy than to have children and watch them grow up.
I heard that you and Augusta had separated. I'm very sorry.
Yeah, so am I. I just hope it's temporary.
There you are.
Now, would you believe I just put him down? He's already asleep.
Amazing.
Listen, aren't you going to be late for work?
I got a couple of minutes.
I won't keep you. I just wanted to come by and see if there's any way of compensating for what's happened.
Well, thanks, but I don't think so.
I I could offer your old job back if you like.
No thanks, anything but that.
I guess I can understand how you feel. But maybe another job. Maybe I could pull some strings. After all this adverse publicity, you probably have a difficult time getting a job.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing you could do.
What's that?
Why don't you issue a public apology? Have it printed in the local papers. I think people will listen to that.
All right. I'll do that.
Okay.
I can think of something.
Yeah?
Help Brick find out who his real parents are.
I've already tried. I've run into a stone wall.
Your mother?
Makes refusal to even discuss it.
Well, I've got an idea of my own.
What?
I was thinking about stopping by that hospital I was born in and just checking the records, see if there's anything there.
Don't you have a birth certificate?
Yeah, but I don't trust it. Honey, look, I was thinking about going to the hospital today.
I want to go with you, okay?
Yeah.
There could be some record of an adoption or something.
Oh, maybe.
I'm going to call the restaurant and see if I can just come in later.
You don't think I'll mind?
Pearl will think of something.
Okay.
Maybe I could help you.
Well, I guess so. If I don't know why anyone would want to volunteer, but if you want to pitch in, sure.
Why don't you use disposable diapers?
Well, they're a little bit expensive for us. We're on a pretty tight budget right now.
Oh, it's been a long time since I've done something like this.
Oh, yeah?
Since Lakin was a baby.
Mm.
Makes you understand what women do with their time.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned to respect them quite a bit. This thing called woman's work ever since I've been taking care of the house and Johnny. Yeah. Never get admitted to yourself, huh? See? Father's work is never done.
Rick.
Yeah.
I really am sorry. I'll let
Excuse me.
myself
Yeah,
out.
okay. Thanks a lot. See you later.
I'm not the only one who's wondering about the sudden marriage to Kirk. I mean, no announcement, no reception, no honeymoon. And now we have two newlyweds who don't even want to live alone, totally willing to give up their privacy.
I don't owe you any explanation.
You know,
Mason.
even people are starting to whisper behind their fans that you had to marry Kirk. You're sure you're not pregnant?
Of course I'm sure, Mason.
Well, that's a relief. At least the family name won't be sullied. But I'm wondering why you don't behave with Kirk the same way you did with Cruz. Now, there was a crise du coeur if I ever saw one.
Look, I thought you had something serious to ask me or to talk about. If we don't, let's just cut this short, okay?
This is serious, Eden. Suddenly, Cruz is out of your life and this walking business suit is in. I'm wondering why. I mean, is Kirk easier to push around than Cruz was? Or maybe you decided to teach old Cruz a lesson by ditching him and marrying Kirk. Kind of an expensive lesson, don't you think?
I've had enough.
Eden, I have one more theory. Maybe Kirk forced you into it. Maybe Kirk knew something and he threatened to tell Cruz. And maybe it had something to do with who tried to kill Dad. Am I getting warm?
Leave me alone, Mason. Just leave me alone.
You know, whatever it is you're cooking in that pot sure smells incredible.
Mexican-style chicken stew with a touch of cumin.
It's weird. It's making me crazy just smelling it.
Your mother used to make this. As a matter of fact, she gave me this recipe.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was familiar. I'm out of touch. I think I forgot to eat for a few days.
Cruz, do you mind a little friendly advice?
No, try me.
Well, when I lost Channing, I was so devastated that I thought I'd never get over it.
Yeah, I remember.
But you see, time heals. It isn't going to be like this forever. And I really don't think that you should sell this house too quickly.
You don't, do you?
No. I think you're acting very emotionally right now, and that's not a very smart thing to do. This is very valuable property. And you'd definitely be better off if you hung on to it for a while. Besides, it'd be a great place for Brandon and me to come and visit.
Well, I'll take that under advisement. How are things going with you and Brandon anyway?
It's really wonderful to have him with me.
I can imagine. How long are you going to be able to keep him?
Indefinitely. But if I had it my way, I'd definitely keep him forever.
Where's he now? Is he with Rosa?
Yes. I gotta pick him up in a little while.
Well, listen, you can always bring him over here anytime. You're welcome to stop by. I mean, the beach is right outside.
Thanks. I really appreciate that. That's very sweet of you. I'm sure that Brandon will appreciate it, too. Oh, there. This should be ready in just a little while. Why don't we use this extra time constructively? What do you say?
All right, what do you have in mind?
Getting you in shape to go back to work. Starting with a haircut. Here you go, sir. So how do you like that?
Well, I think you're in the wrong profession.
No, this is just the other side of the coin. Exterior decoration.
Oh.
Is it all right?
No, the haircut's fine. The jokes leave a little to be desired, though. No, I thank you very much.
Uh-huh. Now I'd like to get back to my real work and do some interior decorating around here. You know, this place could really look terrific. I'll give you a great price. I'll do it all for cost.
This place really turns you on, doesn't it?
Yes. And I'm going to start today, no matter what you say. I am going to go get Brandon. And we're going to start by putting a little Christmas cheer into this place.
Oh, it's Christmas time. You know, I'd forgotten all about that.
I'll see that you remember it. I promise you.
Well, do you like it? I ordered it this morning.
Oh, it's beautiful. I didn't even think about ordering a tree.
Where did that come from?
Kirk ordered it.
Kirk ordered it?
Don't you approve of Christmas trees, Scrooge?
Our family trims a blue spruce at Christmas, Kirk. It has for centuries.
Oh, I didn't know.
Yes, obviously there's a lot about this family you don't know.
Mason, what difference does it make? It's a beautiful tree.
It makes a difference to me.
Well, if it's going to be that much of a deal, why don't I just send it back?
No. Come on, Kirk. Mason's just trying to be a pain.
Oh, sure. Who cares about traditions at Christmas?
Oh, look, we got the tree.
Yeah, just a little while ago.
It's beautiful.
Yes, beautiful as a substitute can be, I guess. How are you all?
Fine, thank you, Mason.
Hi.
You told me about the casino. I wanted to thank you in person.
Oh, thank me by making a success out of it.
Trying.
Out of what? What's going on?
The casino. Eden has accepted Dylan's proposal, even after Kirk turned it down.
Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but in my estimation, it is not a sound idea, but this is Eden's company.
For now, at least. How long she hangs on to it is another matter entirely.
Well, I didn't mean to start an argument. I just wanted you to know that the newspaper articles, I think, are going to work.
So you're getting investors?
No, but I'm getting phone calls, so I think it's going to work out just fine.
Oh, good.
If we're smart, we'll get back to my place so we can take most of those calls. An answering machine will only get us so far.
No, you're right about that.
Listen, why don't you both come back for dinner later?
That's very nice of you.
Sure, glad to.
Well, how about 7 then? We can discuss the casino idea later. I mean, I have lots of ideas that I'd like to ask you about.
Me too. Frankly, I don't think you'll get many investors.
Oh, I don't know. I think you might make a rousing success out of it. What is it they say? There's a sucker born every minute.
Around here, you learn not to speak too much encouragement, so I'll see you two out.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
I want to hear more about this idea myself. I'll make a point to be back in time for dinner.
I don't recall inviting you.
Invite me to my own table. Now, there's a quaint idea for you. I think you've had too much power to drink, Eden.
This is Nick Hartley. I'm not here to answer your call at the moment, but if you leave your name and message at the sound of the beep, I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you.
Yes, this is Lionel Lockridge calling. I would like to set up an appointment to see Mr. Dylan Hartley as soon as possible. Could he call me back, please, at 555-9878? Thank you. Now, this might just be an answer.
No, I don't need another birth certificate. I already have this one, you see. What I'd like to find are any other records about my birth. Would you still have them?
Oh, we'll still have the complete file.
Now, what happens if there was an adoption involved? Would you have a record of that?
Yes, provided it involved state agencies or anything other than a private transaction.
What other kind of records do you keep?
Well, if there were medical problems attending a birth, we'd have a record of that.
Would you know who the doctor was who delivered the baby?
Of course.
Terrific. Then I'd like to see the whole thing, the file, all my files. Is that all right?
Well, certainly. If you have the proper identification, I don't see a problem, but I'm not the person to talk to. Mrs. Cordell is in charge of our files.
And where is she?
Well, if you wait a moment, I'll see if she's free.
Oh.
Great. Thank you.
Seems like it's going to be easier than I thought.
She'll see you now. Won't you come in, please?
Yeah, sure.
This is Mrs. Cordell. Mr. and Mrs. Barnaby Wallace.
What happened to the tree? Did you take it back?
No, it's in the living room, Mason. And I know the only reason you don't like that tree is because Kirk ordered it. Eden told me all about it.
Well, it was a little officious of him, don't you think? I mean, he marries her on Monday, moves in on Tuesday, and Wednesday he's ordering our Christmas tree. Next thing you know, he'll be picking out our ties.
Oh, well, you give the poor guy a break, Mason.
Why? So he can take over everything else? The company? Christmas trees? Our lives, probably?
You are so suspicious of everybody.
And you are too trusting and naive.
Christmas is the season for that sort of thing.
Oh, dear, here we go. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Barbara. I'm going to lunch. Oh, by the way, I noticed that you're hanging out with a very enterprising young man. I congratulate you.
Well, thank you. I think Nick will accomplish a lot.
I'm sure he will. But I wasn't referring to Nick. I meant Dylan.
Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
Well, to start with, Mason, I'm not hanging out with Dylan.
No? Are you sure?
You mind your own business.
You know, I'm thinking about becoming an investor in this casino of Dylan so that I can get an inside track on things.
Yeah, well, it's a pity you don't have business of your own to mind.
Well, that's because you and Ted won't throw in with me. Until you do, I'm sort of at loose ends, don't you think?
Did that come from Daddy's room?
Sounded like it. Get back, Eden. Away from the bed.
How dare you?
What are you doing in here?
I heard a noise. I came to find out what happened.
You sure you didn't cause it?
Mason, now look, a vase fell. I couldn't imagine what it would have been.
Well, Mason didn't have any problem imagining.
I don't understand, though. How could it have fallen off the table?
Where the hell is the nurse? Nurse! Where the devil have you been?
I'm sorry, Mr. Catwell. I went to get the pharmacy delivery at the back door.
Well, please don't leave my father alone again. Something happened to that vase of flowers.
It fell off the end table.
Really? That's odd.
Yes, we thought so too. Could you straighten it up, please?
Yes, of course.
But Daddy, you know, if he'd only wake up before Christmas time, it'd make us all so happy.
Except for the person who tried to disconnect his life support system. I don't imagine he or she would be too thrilled.
sorry. That was very close.
It's okay. Here, let me help.
No, thank you.
Okay.
Now, the nurse tells me that you want to see some records?
Yeah, you see, I was born in this hospital, and I had to take a look at my records, yeah.
Oh, I'm afraid that's not possible. I don't understand. The other nurse said there would be no problem. Well, she's very inexperienced. She really just doesn't know.
Well, wait a second. Well, why can't I? They're my records, aren't they?
Actually not. The records belong to the hospital.
Then I'd like to see the head of the hospital, though. Who's your superior?
Now, look, Mr. Wallace, I'm sure that you will probably be able to see your records, if indeed they still exist. But you will have to fill out this. It's just to research any document. It's simply standard procedure.
Oh, okay.
Oh, here you are.
Thank you.
You'll have to fill it out in ink.
Got it.
If you'd like to take it to the other room, the nurse will let me know when you're through.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Hello. Yes, it's Matilda Cordell at the hospital. Because it's finally happened. Barnaby Wallace and his wife are in my outer office right now. He wants to see his papers. Look, I've worked too hard to get where I am. I don't want to jeopardize my position here. Yes, I understand that, but well, I'll try. But I must say, Mrs. Lockridge, I regret ever having gotten involved in this.
Nicky boy! Nicky boy! Whoa! Look at here, see? Now, you told me it was a pipe dream. $1,000.
All right. You won. You got lucky.
Come on, consider it an omen. From now on, everything's coming up roses, including the casino.
Huh. What are you giving this to me for?
Consider it an installment of first payment on what I owe you.
No. This is for the casino. Obviously, Lady Luck is coming around to you.
Listen, what I want you to do is take this and put it down on a deposit for a ring for another lady. Say Kelly, for instance.
An engagement ring.
That's the usual progression. You ask someone to marry you, she says yes, and then you give her a ring. And with someone like Kelly, it has to be a special ring, no cigar bands.
Mm-mm. With the way things going, I bet that is opportunity knocking.
I wouldn't be a bit surprised.
Hello, Lionel.
Hello, Nick.
Thought you could come.
Well, the ad intrigued me. You must be Dylan, hardly. Lionel Lockridge.
Hi, glad to see you. I appreciate your phone call. I take it you're interested in an investment.
I'd certainly be interested in hearing more of the details.
Good, have a seat.
Dylan, I'm going to take this ticket and cash it in. I'll see you later.
Remember what I told you to do with it? Do it.
Nice to see you, Lionel.
You too.
Please.
Thank you. I have to confess I'm a gambling man. And if I like your deal, I might be willing to put in a sizable investment.
It sounds good. The few people, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, there is one consideration. If I invest, I want you to do a favor for me.
What kind of a favor?
A friend of mine's out of work. He needs a job. I want you to offer him one.
Me? Why me?
Because no one else will hire him. The thing is, he can't know that I'm involved. He has a great deal of pride.
Well, I'll be willing to talk to him. I mean, I assume that you want him to work in the operation.
Yes. He's bright. He's capable. Very presentable. I think he'd do a great job for you.
Like I said, I'd be willing to talk to him. What's his name?
Brick. Brick Wallace.
Brick Wallace, the embezzler?
Oh, this form sure is long enough.
Are you done?
Yeah, just a minute. Okay, that's it. Let's go.
The nurse was away from her desk, so I just filled out the form.
Thank you. I'll start processing it right away.
Processing it? I thought you said all I had to do was fill it out.
Oh, no, it has to be approved through channels.
Well, how long is that going to take?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you that exactly. It could take quite a while. I'll ask them to expedite it as quickly as possible. Now, I'm sorry, you'll have to excuse me, but I've got to get to a meeting.
Well, what's the soonest that you could let us know?
Well, it'll take at least an hour.
Fine. We'll wait.
Oh, I'm not interrupting anything.
What do you want, Mason?
A minute of your time.
Well, come on in.
Thanks.
We're going to be redecorating in here and adding some new furniture.
Yeah, should be cozier that way. I just heard some interesting news I thought you both might want to know.
What's that?
Well, word reaches me that Cruz is going back on duty, but he won't be assigned to Dad's case this time. I find that an interesting development, don't you?
Well, I'm sure the police department knows what it's doing.
Your faith in bureaucracy is touching. Well, that's all I wanted to say. As you were.
You know what that means, don't you? That means whoever is assigned to this case, whatever they dig up around here, it can be
Eden,
used
just
as
remember, you
evidence
have an
against-
ironclad statement, all right? Don't forget about that. And I love you too much to lose you.
Cruz has been protecting me.
Yes, you don't need his protection. You never did. I just wish I could make you realize that you've got me now.
You got it? Oh, sorry. You got it?
Yeah.
That's good. Right over the hump here. You're going to be a real good Santa's helper this year, buddy.
This thing is heavy. Yeah, it's sticky.
The stickiness shows that it's healthy.
Here, let's get her set up here.
I love decorating trees.
I love decorating anything.
Well, I better start by decorating this table. You two can have the tree trimming.
I'm sorry, excuse me. Thanks, okay, good.
Okay?
Okay, buddy, what do you say we work this out together? I'll lift you up and you can put this here angel on the top, okay?
First?
Sure.
We always did it last.
Oh, okay, well then we'll do it last. Fine.
No, first.
Yeah, like I said, we'll do it first. There we go, come here.
Here, like this.
Yeah. You got it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect, buddy. That's good. That's real good. Listen, why don't you start the rest of these things and I'll catch up with you in a minute here, okay? You know, I've been thinking about what you said.
What's that?
Well, why don't I just do it? Changed my mind.
Oh, that's wonderful. You're not gonna sell it?
Nope, at least not for a little while.
Yay!
Makes you happy, huh? Let's see how you're doing here.
Is Nick here?
No, just little old me.
Well, maybe I should come back.
No, he'll be back in a minute.
I just don't think it's a good idea, Dylan, first to be here.
I've got a better idea. I'll leave. Got a visitor. Good luck.
Thanks. How long have you been here?
Just a couple seconds.
Oh, I've got something that belongs to you. This. And me. Will you wear it?
It's beautiful.
I'm sorry. I have some bad news for you.
What now?
Well, the records that you want are down in the archives, and that's in another part of the hospital. Now, they'll be brought up in the morning. Mrs. Cordell, we've been waiting for an hour. I know that. I'm very sorry. The people in the records room are just swamped.
Yeah.
I know this is important to you. Could you possibly come back tomorrow, please?
Yeah, we'll be here.
Thank you. Mrs. Lockridge, it's Mrs. Cordell again. Yes, I have. There were 4 babies born the same day as Barnaby Wallace. I have all the records here. Yes, with me. I'll alter them or change the names or something, and then I'll get them back tonight. Well, because Mr. Wallace and his wife are going to be here in the morning. It was the longest I could logically stall them. Mrs. Lockridge, you're going to do what?
Santa Barbara will be back at the same time tomorrow, so join us then at 2:20. Just ahead this afternoon on Sky One, at 3:45 it's the DJ Cat Show, at 3:15 it's the new Leave It to Beaver, and after the break, Walter is about to have a heart attack in a rather embarrassing situation. That's in our hit comedy, Maud. Stay with us.